It's actually cheap without his helmet on.
Hold on a second. Now he's trying.
Now you got sense. It's fine.
Here we go.
Here we go. Oh, what?
This is Kilo Actual.
The
Cortana, do you
skybox.
read me? I heard you need a pickup.
Cortana to Kilo Actual. Perfect timing. We're all done here and ready for dust off. Hey, keep your head down.
Wait a second.
All right. All right, let's go.
You like
You're
that?
doing great. You're doing great.
You like that?
You keep driving like it's Halo.
Scan for a new LZ.
Hey, you know,
Chief, got
I'm
it.
nice on the
Get us outta
sticks,
here.
but I would feel kind of bad beating the purveyors
What
of
is
the
this
Halo.
place?
That's right. I won't feel bad at all. Don't worry.
Looks like a
And I kinda
fortification
wanna
of
see
some
that
kind,
lobby
but it
again,
hasn't been
'cause I haven't
used in
been over there.
centuries.
Oh, all right.
See what you're doing, and I like it. I like it.
You like
Okay,
you
new
like
LZ
that?
found.
Oh,
We
really?
don't have long.
Okay.
This ring is going to go nuclear in 3
Early
minutes,
result.
and we do not want to be
Brian
here when
T
it
on
does.
top. But
Marines,
Halo
I've
hasn't-
added
the 343
coordinates to
team
your
hasn't
nav.
driven
Be
yet,
there
so
for
we'll have to
evac
see how
in
they
3
do.
minutes.
Roger that, Cortana. Hoorah!
Look at these ancient dwellings. It almost looks like something lives here.
The chaos.
Yep, I'm feeling
Just
good
go
about
straight
this.
up here. We've got a better chance of avoiding those Banshees off-road.
They're saying Warthog seems a lot quicker now.
Hoorah!
So,
Oh, look at that!
so
Whoa,
the
Banshees, look out!
so Chris Phillips, the handling designer at Playground,
Oh, yeah.
he has done an amazing job. Not only the Halo Warthog, but like all the cars along the roster. There was a time when, you know, I was tapping people on the shoulder, like, man, you know, do we have like all new handling model, because it's been improved so much.
Really?
Alert.
It feels
Banshees,
really,
fast
really,
and low.
really good. The Warthog is actually one of the better vehicles in the game. So
Well, you
you're
know-
looking for, you know, a beast.
This is Cortana
it's
to
going
all
to be
air support
competitive.
units. I'm sending you
Warthog's
coordinates
a
for an
really, really good
LZ.
choice.
Requesting immediate evac. Repeat, all air support units to the LZ.
Near and dear to my heart, we love to come up with canonical reasons for everything.
Okay. I love this.
But we actually did some cool stuff. The Warthog is scaled just a little bit differently. We actually have it modeled canonically as a like a civilian transport kind of stripped down version as well. So the CST versus the FAV, which typically has some extra lethal accoutrements up on the you know, on the back. But yeah, so there's it is a little faster. It is a little faster.
But it's also a little bit smaller
Yeah,
than a typical
yeah, it's around
Warthog,
20-25%, I believe, smaller.
Because
Yeah.
Spartans are like 8 feet tall, right?
That is the problem.
Yeah.
Yes, is if you scale it to a Spartan like we have to do in our games, it really just looks like you have a bunch of 4-year-olds
who can't reach the wheel
driving a Hummer. Yes, which, while hilarious,
Yeah. But I've seen some of the videos that that you guys have of people just sitting in the Halo, and they, you know, that thing is it's massive.
Oh yes,
It
yeah.
is
It felt like
so
I do feel like a small child in the real life. We showed it in that video.
Look at
ahead.
that!
Let's go!
Oh my God, that is awesome. T, you're doing pretty well.
I'm so jazzed about
an
this.
An early mishap, but I think you're making up for it.
I want it to be competitive.
Yeah, this feels good.
Okay, intentional.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice.
Yeah, Scarlet Pimple says, "Love the ring in the sky." They're loving that authenticity.
Do we have will Halo music be included? Is a
We
question.
also
do have.
will hear the Halo track during this event.
Yes.
Pilot, this would be a very good
Wow.
time to leave.
Oh,
Yes.
Horizon
that's right. We
Festival
do
training
have
module
music
complete.
turned off right now on the show,
Initiating
just so we can
upload
hear
of
the
results.
engines. He could be. Now, this is where T had
there
some
we go.
trouble right here. Oh,
man.
same thing. We were dead. Now you got to hit the brakes to back up.
Oh,
Squeeze the brakes to back up.
There you go.
we go.
It's basically
Now
a
you're
Formula
good.
One race. You just crash in the first turn.
Yeah, you can't hit the same thing twice. Back up, hold the brakes, hold the brakes.
There you go.
There it
There you
is.
go.
There we go.
There.
Cut it right.
Now we're good.
Cut it right. Cut it
Cut it
right.
right, cut it right, cut it right.
There we go.
There you go.
There we go.
Yeah,
We're good.
there we go. There we go.
We're good. Get that out of the way
I told
early
you.
so you don't have to worry about it later. Now you got to get the speed
told
here.
you.
No, you gotta.
I love
we
the
got it.
Covenant
We're fine.
Cruiser.
We're fine.
Oh.
Oh no!
It's camouflage. You can barely
we
see
need
it
a
in the
little.
rock.
We need a little bit more speed.
Oh, wait a second. This is a trick you guys
You're going to have to back up. You're going to have to back up, get a bigger run on it. Well, actually, it's just going to let you, maybe you, I
So
don't know. What
one
do
of
we think?
Carlos's favorite hobbies actually is cleaning
Oh, here we
lobbies.
go. Yeah, that's true.
Little known fact. Little known fact.
Here we go.
I had fun getting my car in here today.
Yeah. Now you gotta
Maybe
squeeze
I should get that
that
thing in the
trigger
lobby
and do
when
not
it
let go.
There we go. I
we're
believe
good.
in you.
Yeah.
We're good.
Gas.
You got it.
There
you
it
got
is.
You got it.
I
This is
believe
gonna make it.
That sand is super deep.
Yeah, we're good.
There it is.
There it is.
There it is. And flip.
There we go.
Hold
Stylish.
X.
Stylish
Let's
plan.
go.
All right.
For style
That's fine.
points,
You definitely have the coolest
fine.
looking
you're
run.
in the lead.
Thank you.
The style.
This is not based on speed.
No, that's right. It's
No.
based on other factors. I don't
No,
know exactly know what.
that's true.
Figure them out at the end.
There we
Who's
go.
this Banks?
Oh, I think you're
It's
getting
all
it now. I think you're getting
There
it.
we go.
All right.
We don't have 2 hours, so I got to
Oh,
burn.
Now you have to be
Why
within
did the
smoke.
Forza stream go to 6 p.m.?
Miss dinner tonight.
So Jeff, for those of you know, if you don't know Halo,
Yep.
what are the vehicles flying in the sky? What other Halo universe vehicles are we seeing?
So that's
here?
actually, I love that question because the vehicles that are flying in this in the sky are my favorite ones
Okay.
actually in the universe. Those are Covenant Banshees, and so those are kind of like the small, nimble, essentially like kind of like fighter craft for the Covenant Empire and some of the alien species that use it. And we're
we go.
chasing after
I'm feeling good.
a Pelican. There we go.
There we go. Oh,
Love it.
Nice.
Speaking of Banshees.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we're chasing after a Pelican. This particular Pelican is a D79 model.
Okay.
And again, it's one of the things that we really like to have fun with is, you know, different things will be visualized a little bit differently depending on the game and when it's set in the universe. So we actually have different model variants. Again, much like you would have, different model variants of a car, you know, depending on the year, depending on the trim of it. We actually put a lot of that same thought into it. Sometimes it's to help explain just a sheer art change,
Yeah, yeah.
but a lot of times it actually serves a narrative function and purpose as well. We always have a blast with it.
But I imagine when is it the idea of, hey, we've got a new variant on this vehicle, you need to come up with a canonical reason for that to exist, or
Oh, I
do you
know,
work
I
in
hate those.
accordance with the team, or how does that work?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, and usually it works.
Okay.
Period. It really is a combination. We work with the artists. So it could come from a necessity from the game team itself.
Yep.
From a gameplay perspective, we want this to have some different functionality. It could come from an art direction where we want this to look a little bit different,
saying right
or it could
now.
come from a narrative side as well, where we actually specifically have a narrative or a story reason why we would want something to look, be, or feel a little bit different. So we really can actually come at it from all angles, which is super nice.
It reminds me, T, of when we were talking earlier about how Playground was very mindful of the setting, very mindful of where we are in the world here.
Yeah.
Beautiful historic Britain when it came to choosing the cars that were in the game.
Yeah.
I love that. All things are taken into account.
Everything is considered.
Yeah.
Jeff,
You
I'm going to
know-
need you, buddy. I'm going to need you, Jeff.
Is this an aggregate?
Oh, look at
told
this.
you.
This feels like a cross-country event. I love this. This is
I'm
fantastic.
super excited about like the length
they'll give you that one.
of the experience. It's
yeah,
super awesome.
it's not some little sprint. I mean, you're
No.
going. Now, is the idea you get
Chips Dubbo is one of the other drivers. I've just now seen that. Oh, please.
Oh,
man, that was
I wonder
super
if you can
close.
hit him.
I know. I now
tried.
want to try to do that.
people keep asking if we can hit sheep in the game. I want to know if you can hit those.
Right? I mean, it feels
Just take them out for extra points.
a warthog running through a sheep. This actually sounds a lot like your TV commercial.
That's right. Oh man.
And
This is
what's
great.
funny is that
knock it back on. Well done.
Halo fans paying attention, we do have some some names from the Halo universe actually as some of those alternate drivers as well.
Well,
right.
I think you acquitted yourself there at the end. You started off a little
I was
rough.
just showing off
It looked
other
good. That was a
features.
great,
Yeah.
great recovery.
I wanted to show off more, so
Solid
that's what I did.
recovery.
It was
Okay, so
intentional.
we've had one Forza person go. We've had a 343 person go. Shall we keep that order and I'll go next?
Sure, let's do it.
Let's go
Let's do it.
next. All right, your third look at the Halo Warthog Showcase event. I'm going to do my best here. My goal is to
Terrence's
not
leading
hit
the
that
poll right now.
right-hander, that
Yeah.
obstacle. If I do that, I think I automatically win. Right? We'll see what we can do. Now, again, this is my first time playing this event. I intentionally, even when we were rehearsing this,
Yeah.
we didn't want to see this event. We wanted
Yep.
to experience it for the first time.
Cortana to Kilo
You should jump it off the cliff. It's cool.
Yeah.
Like, just
Yeah.
just show that off.
Yeah. Oh, see?
Real deliberate
Yeah,
through there. I
see?
see that.
Uh-huh. That's right. Yeah, I'm nothing if deliberate and careful. All right, here we go.
I believe.
I believe
There
we
it
can
is.
do it.
Well cleared.
Yeah.
Well
Nice.
cleared.
See, not as much style as Carlos had, but it's still intact here.
All right.
I was
So-
just staying true to Halo, just jumping.
That's
Yeah,
right. You just got
that's
to plow
true.
through it. One of the other things that I think people are noticing in this event, Jeff, is the fact that we've got Cortana here.
Yes.
Tell us about who is Cortana and what purpose is she serving here?
Yeah, so Cortana originally in the Halo universe is kind of an AI companion to Chief and is really there to help not only enhance the abilities of Chief by providing real-time battleground information, but also the character kind of evolved into really having a personal relationship with the Chief, and their kind of friendship and working relationship really formed a really interesting emotional and narrative foundation for the series going forward. So it was, in some ways, from a gameplay perspective, it was awesome to have somebody in your ear helping you know, helping you to know like where certain enemies were, or what to do, go to the next checkpoint, or kind of how to tackle. But
guide
also from
for
a
the
story
player,
and a
sort of,
world and
yeah.
immersion perspective, it was cool to kind of have this character that went through you through several, that you went through several games with. So.
And just like Master Chief, Cortana sort of become an iconic character for the Halo series.
Yeah.
No, absolutely, and has come in many forms. We've seen her be your friend. We've seen her be otherwise, just like a real relationship. It's you got ups and downs.
What happens if you pass everybody? Mission successful. That's what happens.
I want the last name to be Carlos. The final boss.
Try and keep up.
I love these hard light guardrails
Yeah, these
here.
are great. These are fantastic. I'm sorry, Jeff. I'm sweating all over this controller. And I'm gonna hand it to you in mere moments. It's going to be like
Batteries are
holding
dying.
on to an
It's
oil
true.
flick.
He's gonna grab it. The controller's
That's
gonna
right, it's
shoot
just
to the
gonna fly
back.
out of your hands. But I thought I'd go first person here, just to give everybody the more immersive Warthog experience.
Which is funny because
Look at that.
you don't get to drive the Warthog in first person in Halo.
That's right.
Yeah, which
That's
is always interesting.
Well, I think I've only got I'm at 80%.
We see
I still
little
got a
known
little bit
fact,
more.
Brian is the
Yes.
Stig.
That's right. I'm the Master Stig. Master Stig, they call me. This
People
is-
wanting to know when this is set during the Halo lore. It's actually set 500 years before the events of Halo Combat Evolved.
Are you being serious? Did you guys have to canonize this as well?
I have to canonize everything that I'm asked in chat. It's in the contract.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's
Oh, I love it.
Something about that.
That's fantastic. What a great question. Well, it certainly feels like a big, heavy machine. I will say that to you. This feels like what you would expect the Warthog to feel like. I want to say it feels a little heavier than Forza Horizon 3.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's still got some punch, but the Warthog's never been the fastest thing on four wheels, but it definitely feels solid.
Yes.
It felt like you could flip it
You
a
had
lot.
Yeah,
I
Forza
think it's
Horizon
323.
That's right.
323.333.
Oh, there is a time.
Yeah, see, there we go.
323.3.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah. And to give Brian his proper props,
Yep.
I was 332.
Okay.
Okay.
Carlos,
So
you were
he
a
was,
lot-
he was
I was right
faster
around
than
there.
me.
That was pretty close.
He said 332, 330 as well.
Yeah.
Yes,
An additional 3.
yes,
minutes
and
and
an
32
additional one.
I showed off more features and more
Hartman called-
content, so.
Alan Hartman colleague just said he'd be available to bring his GT in for a polishing in the next week or so.
Okay, well, I would make myself available for that. But what's weird is I actually have to take it home.
Oh, yes, got
it.
it.
Wouldn't want to mess up the actual lobby.
Okay,
All right,
one
so
final
let's-
time
Yeah.
with with our man Jeff
All right.
here,
let's
who's
see.
going to take the final tour of the Halo Showcase event.
No pressure.
No pressure.
Let's go. Let's
no
go.
pressure. I think you're going to do just fine.
Let 'em,
Miss that right-hander, that block, you'll
Yeah.
be fine. You're in good shape if you miss that.
What are we
Or
on,
tag it
Or tag it.
and beat Brian's time
That's
to make a statement.
yeah, that's right. If you could hit that and beat my time, I'd be
We're all
impressed.
done here and ready for dust off.
So again,
All
this is the first time for
Looking
Jeff.
good.
All right.
We're looking good.
So, Carlos, I'll turn
Yes.
to you as
Yeah.
Jeff. I won't talk to him because he's driving.
Yes.
When you think about, we saw that video at the top where we were talking
Yeah.
about bringing the bringing the Warthog into Forza Motorsport 4. Can you talk about what that relationship is like? I mean, obviously both first-party studios
Yeah.
within Microsoft.
Yeah.
How do what's that exchange of ideas like? What's that process like?
Well, it's super collaborative, and working with the Forza team, working with Playground, for us it's awesome. It's a dream opportunity always. So it's really seamless and collaborative, and with all the ideas that are really inspiring and big that, we're all on board with all of it.
Right.
So it's really just, partnering and helping as much as we can. It's a lot of fun.
I bet that there was a lot of discussion, T, about where this event should take place. I mean, starting on the beach, you were saying that has a history with the Horizon
Yeah,
series.
we thought it would be neat to come back to the beach because we had the bucket list event in Horizon 3
Right.
for the start. And as you've seen through the route, you get a mix. I talked earlier about like that mix of surface types. We take you through a tunnel, so you hit tarmac, you start on the sand, you get the formable tech that we built. And then you made the comment of loving how off-road it feels.
Yeah.
So the route was one where we were trying to pick literally the optimal route to not only give you like the perfect dose of Halo, but we also wanted to give you a really, this is a showcase event.
Absolutely.
So we wanted to showcase all the surface types, during the event. So you get to smash through some walls. Even like, the time we labored over like what season this event should be in. Because
Can we do it in different seasons?
so seasons change everything. And once you go through
Good back of the box.
Oh, I love that.
yeah, if you go through
run with
once
that.
you go through a full series of events, these events will come back. Showcase events will come back in flavors that we call remixes.
Okay.
So you'll see this event. It has an amazing feel in winter, and
I bet.
I'm kind of saying that because wow, did I think it really looked good there.
Right.
But it also looks amazing, in the spring and in the summer.
Yeah.
So you get to choose. So eventually, you'll of course all the 4 seasons, and then decide which one is your favorite flavor. So.
Well, I like what I'm seeing here, Jeff.
Oh, no!
Oh, no!
That might be it.
Did you think you could smash that?
That
Yeah,
was
we
the
talked about
extra
this.
Halo.
It blocks bullets.
I know.
We talked about this.
Oh, my
man.
Lord.
It was a pretty seamless run.
We were setting up the ultimate comeback.
I
Come on. We
know.
planned. My jump was planned.
That's right. That's right. You meant to do
Jeff
that.
was going to just rip through it.
Oh, well, you know what? Other than that moment,
It's okay.
you've been doing
I
pretty
just
well.
really like the cars in your lobby.
Well, you might be seeing them up close and
That's-
personal depending on how this goes.
I think he had a pretty.
No, he did pretty well.
He
He did very well. Do not miss
Don't
that.
miss that
Yes,
checkpoint.
you're good. Excellent. Well done.
All right.
Across the line. Let's
Is
see
it
where
better
we
than
ended
a
up.
330? Was
I
it
think I had a